Hello, and welcome back to the Slightly Overweight podcast starring Hayden Smith, episode number 19. Nice to see you. You know what else is nice to see? The background behind me if you're watching the video. It's pretty cool. Mackenzie and I worked really hard on this, and that's Mackenzie right there. Weird that she texted me the second that I say her name. She just spent $66 at IKEA. She's getting us some lamps because for some reason in this apartment there are no ceiling lights. And, you know, we're settling into this apartment, and I realized a couple of days ago that after I hooked up my PC and the internet all to this one outlet here, that there's one light switch that connects to all of that shit. And when you hit that switch, it shuts off all the Wi-Fi, disconnects my computer, and turns it off, and anything that was on there is no longer saved. So found that out. Now it's taped up. Can't touch it. So you learn lessons the hard way in life, and sometimes that's the best way to learn them. But let's talk about this beautiful background here. We got Scarface right behind me, Tony Montana. And we also have, so we got to get the lighting down. Probably can't really see it right now, but there's a self-portrait. Is that what you call it? It's me. Someone drew. His name's Dave Sattler. He gave me that as a gift, and I cherish it. So I had Mackenzie's grandma frame it, and it looks super dope. And yes, I know, having a portrait of myself on the background of my own podcast, is it a little self-righteous or self-centered? Maybe. Do we care? No. Do I care? No. Do you care? I don't know. If you care, you got to let me know in the comments down below. I was going to continue rapping there, but I knew that you guys wouldn't like that. So give me a good comment or a good rating, because I read your mind there. I have come to a conclusion. We talked about how cars became last podcast. They went from horses to cars. By the way, I'm holding my microphone with my hand. So, and there's a little tiny cord on the bottom that is super easy to unplug. So hopefully that doesn't come undone. But if I stop talking for any reason, that is probably why. I'm going to try not to touch it though. We talked about how cars became yesterday and how horsepower got its name. Mackenzie's asking about, oh yeah, dude, we got a dog, Opie. We've talked about him on the podcast before. We went on dog walks with him and everything. Now he lives with us. We picked him up yesterday, and now he's with us, or 2 days ago, 2 nights ago. He's only peed on one thing so far. So we're doing great. We go on walks. He poops, he pees, he eats, and he cuddles, most importantly. So maybe we'll have to bring Opie into the podcast one time. He's downstairs right now, pouting, because we have to put a belly band on him. Belly bands hold... It's kind of like a wrap-around little diaper you put on a dog, and it kind of allows them to pee freely if they want to. But it also... It's basically like a diaper for a dog, so he's pretty upset we have that on him right now. But I've come to a conclusion, because I've been driving a lot recently. I told you that in the last podcast. I love driving. Driving's super fun. And I have a feeling that when you fill up your gas tank, your car runs better, dude. There's oil changes, there's turbos, there's freaking fuel injection engines, but nah, dude. If you fill up your gas tank, instantly 10% faster, 0 to 60. That's just the rule. That's the rule of the game. I don't understand why they didn't use this in all races ever. For some reason, when you got a full tank of gas, dude, that car runs way faster and way better and more efficient. So, and you can't change my mind. I've been a car guru for a long time, and I filled up my gas tank twice in the past 2 weeks. So, which is also expensive. Not going to get into that though. No politics on the podcast. Sorry, that's how it is. Gas prices are high. Does gas have anything to do with politics? I don't know, but people always put them together. So you can't blame me. Don't you just love this new setup? I got a whiteboard over here for notes and stuff. Or to leave Mackenzie a message. I I got the freaking Scarface behind me and a lava lamp right there that I forgot to turn on until 5 minutes for the podcast. So it's just 2 bricks right now. All good, all fine. Also have 2 freaking umbrellas out of the view of the camera. You can't even see. That's why I look so clear and so pasty. I'm really excited about how this is going. And the stool that I'm sitting on right now, I think it's off camera. Mackenzie's going to redo them and paint them and make them look really cool. These are from my grandma. So thanks, Grandma. We don't like to spend money here, so free stuff is always nice. I was going to talk about the whole milk crate thing that's going around where you like climb up the milk crates. But I just feel so bad for the people that have like broken their ankles and their arms and stuff. Just don't do that. Don't climb milk crates. Climb stairs. Stairs are there for a reason because they are structurally sound and they are meant to be climbed. Milk crates, on the other hand, see, here's the thing. If you built it like, everybody knows this. Whenever you're building something out of Legos, and say you're building a wall, you can't do the square pieces right on top of each other all the way to the top. You have to do square piece, and then do the rectangular piece on the edge of those. And then that allows for some structure. I'm not an engineer. I go to an engineering school. Not an engineer. But whenever you make that triangle, fulcrum point of the inertia of the wall, it makes it structurally okay to walk on or something. When you're just building Legos on top of each other, do in a square, do instead of oscillating like brick wall, literally like a brick wall. If you put bricks directly on top of each other, that thing's not going to be sound. But they make it every other one. That's why the milk crates don't work. If you stack them right, it'd be easy. Probably. I don't actually know because they don't really lock in like Legos do. So just don't try it. Don't do it. But if you do it, record it and send it to me. Okay? But don't do it. So I've been driving a lot recently, and I've been seeing a lot more cars, obviously, because I'm on the road more often. My hands are sweaty, and the aluminum on this microphone is making it even worse. So we're dealing. What I don't understand is there's these cars that are around that have these antennas that are like 6 feet tall on the top of their roof, and it's a really skinny radio antenna, but it's just there chilling. What are you doing? I get radio in my car, and I have a little tiny fin on the top of my car, dude. Are you trying to contact aliens? Are you trying to receive radio signals from aliens who live in the Andromeda galaxy? Who needs an antenna that big, dude? I don't know. And I probably will never know because all the people that have them, I am too scared to ask them why they have such big antennas. Am I jealous that their antenna is longer than mine? Possibly. That may be the reason why I'm envious of their antenna. Tiny antenna syndrome is what I have. My antenna is really small on my car, so maybe one day I'll get a big one. But yeah, what are you doing? If you have one of those, let me know. Also, if you're listening to this, here's the thing. I'm doing my part right now by recording this auditorially and also videographically. Okay? I'm recording it 2 ways. For you, I'm going to edit it and then I'm going to put it out on Monday. Today's Monday, you're watching this. Have a great day, by the way. It's now on you. It's on you to listen to this. And if you're listening to this already, you're already doing it, dude. And if you're already listening to this and you want to do more things, all you have to do is maybe share it on your social media so we can grow. I'm all about growth. I'm all about growing my antenna because my antenna is too small right now. Maybe 2 pennies a day, 2 likes a day, 2 shares a day. You can help a poor old Hayden with a small antenna grow into be a big antenna on the top of a car and maybe talk to aliens and go back to Mars like we talked about in episode number 3, 5? I don't know. We're on a mission to Mars. A mission to Mars that only you can help me with. Okay? And you doing your part is half of the way of getting there. And then we'll fill the rocket up with gas, and then we will go even faster to the Mars. It takes like 4 years to get there, dude. 4 years there, 4 years back, or you just stay there. Let's just stay there. There's no reason to come back. All 15 of us, 16 if you include myself, we'll hop on a rocket, we'll get an antenna, we'll fill it up with gas, and we'll go to Mars. No milk crates on Mars. No dumb people on Mars either. It's just smart people. Technically, nobody's on Mars right now, but there will be only smart people up there because astronauts are smart and also people who go in. Well, you can like buy a ticket now or something. That's what I was hearing. Whew. Don't yawn. No more yawning. You probably just yawned because of me, and I'm sorry. I know it's Monday. I had coffee today. I told you guys I've been drinking coffee. I've been drinking Monster energy drinks too because I love my heart. Very good and healthy for the heart, that caffeine is. But I made my coffee, and I put a lot of creamer and a lot of sugar in it because I like it sweet, dude. I like it sweet because I'm a sweet guy. Sweet guys like their coffee sweet, man. If you like your coffee black, good for you, but that's not me. Maybe someday I will. As of right now, I like as much sugar as possible in there until I get diabetes. People who say diabetes as diabetes, like diabetes as diabetes, unironically, so funny, dude. So funny. If you say it jokingly, that's funny as well. But if you mean it, like if your grandma says, "Oh, I got diabetes," that's so funny to me. Not the fact that she has diabetes, but the fact that they say it is diabetes is hilarious. Same thing with Alzheimer's, but they say old timers. They say, she's got old timers. Nope. Are they an old timer? Yep. Do they have Alzheimer's? Unfortunately, yes. Alzheimer's is very bad. We're all probably going to get it if you live long enough. If you live long enough to have Alzheimer's, you're doing okay. I think. I'm pretty sure only old people get it. That's why they call it old timers. But see, you can't, whenever somebody says old timers, it's like, damn, do you have Alzheimer's? Like, you don't want to correct them because you don't want to be like, yo, what's going on here? But it's Alzheimer's. Also, Alzheimer's awareness, dude. My great-grandfather, he had Alzheimer's, and it's sad, man. It's very sad. But to them, it's not as sad because they don't, and from my experience, they don't realize that they're having it, and they just kind of turn into like a kid again, which is kind of beautiful in a way. The whole like arc of being a baby, being an adult, and then becoming a baby again. It's sad, but it's also beautiful, you know. But maybe someday we'll have a cure for that, and you won't have to deal with that anymore. But don't know why we're talking about Alzheimer's, old timers so much. Call it Alzheimer's though. It's diabetes and Alzheimer's, and if you have both, dude, I'm fucking sorry, dude. That shit sucks. Diseases in general suck, right? Like, technically, I'm pretty sure ADHD is like a disease according to like the CDC or something. Or the FDA. I don't fucking know. There's too many goddamn acronyms. The FAA. According to the FAA, ADHD is a disease. Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder. Maybe it's a disorder. I don't know. Technically, I have that, but also, I don't know. Doesn't every third grader have ADHD, though? But that's when they were like, Hayden, you have ADHD. Basically, I was having so much fun in my classes, man. Having so much fun. Making fun of people and shouting and jumping on tables and all of that. And getting in trouble and getting disciplined. And my principal was like, hey, man, you've been in here like 40 times this week, dog. What's going on? I was like, I don't know, actually. I just want to play with my crayons and have fun and, you know, be a kid and stuff. And they were like, so, we need to see a doctor. And, excuse me. I'm doing this word for word. This is what my principal did. He burped. He burped in my face and then blew it in my face. I wiped away the fucking smelly burp and went, what do you mean? What do I have to do? And he said, well, we got to get you into the therapist and get you diagnosed with ADHD so that we can get you on medication and then you know, ruin your dopamine levels and have you take that until your sophomore year of high school. And I said, okay, sounds great. Thank you for giving me drugs at 9 years old. Every single day in the morning before I went to school, I would take that with food because you have to take it with food. You can't just take it without food. Don't know why. Don't know why it's like that. Why is everything like that? You have to take it with food and without alcohol. Nah, dude, I'm taking my pills with alcohol on an empty stomach. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. I got that ODD, bro. The authority. I have no idea what it was called. It's called like ODD, right? Authority disruptive disorder or something. I got it, dude. Don't Don't tell me what to do. Instructions, man, not my biggest thing. You could tell me what to do and I'll listen and I'll probably end up doing it, but I'm not going to like it. Not going to like it, man. Sometimes I like it. Like satisfying things. If you tell me like pressure wash or something, probably do it. I like pressure washing things. I was speaking to one of my friends actually about she goes to Purdue and she's like an ecology major or something, and so she knows all about cells and all that stuff, and it reminded me something that I learned back in genetics class. Oh, and it ties into the thing. Okay, hold up. So it's sorry if I just screamed in your ears. It's this thing on your chromosomes. As you know, or as you may not know, each human in their genome has 23 chromosomes that make up their whole entire DNA. Okay? And some people have more, some people have less. But the majority of people have 23. And on the ends of these chromosomes, by the way, chromosomes are basically DNA. DNA is that like double helix thing that's spiraling down. It's basically that, but super compacted. It's like yarn that's just rolled up really, really tightly into these chromosome shapes. And on the end of these chromosomes are what I like to call like a shoelace aglet. It's that plastic end cap, or like a waistband. Like on mine, I have these little tightener thingies. It's like a little end cap on them. And whenever mommy and daddy, make the first cell, if you don't know how they do that, don't ask me. I can't tell you. We can talk about the whole pelican thing and how babies are born some other time, but not right now. That first cell has all 23 chromosomes from your mom and your dad, split. But then as time goes on, that thing splits and splits and splits and becomes you, and you become you. And then, every 8 years or whatever, 10 years, every cell in your body is replaced. And that's due to this cell splitting, the mitosis that's happening all the time. But these end caps that I've been talking about are called telomeres. By the way, none of this, I am not liable to, I'm not liable for any of this information. So if you listen to this and tell your friend, you're like, yeah, dude, telomeres are the end caps on the thing, and they look at you like you're stupid, it's not my fault. But pretty sure this is 100% true. By the way, I just aced a test on my freaking philosophy course. Let's go. I'm learning about Socrates and Plato and valid and invalid arguments. But these end caps, they're called telomeres or telomerase. And what it does is it keeps all the DNA that's really tightly wounded together. But as time goes on, it keeps splitting and splitting and splitting. Those things start to decay. And little parts of DNA start unwinding and unraveling at the end of your chromosomes. And that's why, as you get older, that is the reason why people die, is that exact thing. Unless you get, like, hit by a car or something. Obviously, that's not going to be telomeres. But if you die of natural causes, quote unquote, it's because of your telomeres. As it's duplicating those cells, that DNA splits, not splits, but it decays and then starts unwinding. And you start losing little bits of DNA, and that's how cancer starts forming. The cells start being like, what am I? I don't know what to do. I'm going to, become a bad cell. And that's why older people have, like, skin things. What are those called? Like skin, like not patches or rashes or whatever, but like the skin looks a little bit different and it's a little bit more wrinkly. It's not because they've been having the same skin for a long time. It's because those cells have been replicating for so long and they've been decaying. So that's when people die. And if they could find a cure for that, then people would live forever. Lifetime expectant. Oh, I'm stupid as fuck. I don't know how to talk. Life expectancy would go through the roof. It'd go through the roof and everybody would live forever. And see, people want to live forever, but like, would you really want to? As a kid, I was always like, I'm going to live forever. I want to live forever. It's going to be so much fun to fucking never die. But then, like, as I'm saying that, there's always that one kid who's like, I don't want to live forever. I wouldn't want to. He's in the corner with like a hoodie on. And he's like playing with his fingernails or something. I wouldn't want to live forever. And I was like, why wouldn't you want to live forever? He's like, that's so sad. Imagine going through all the generations, watching your family die, falling in love, and watching your lovers die. And I was like, damn, dude, don't go Age of Adeline on me, man. I'm having dreams of grandeur, having delusions of grandeur. Isn't that from, what's that musical called? Wicked. Got it. Boom. Idina Menzel and also some other people. Having delusions of a grandeur. Holding my microphone makes me feel like a singer, dude. Sorry. You got to get used to it, man. You got to get used to me singing because it's so nice. I've been listening to Kanye's album, man. Donda. And it's great. People are going to have their own opinions. Here's my hot take on everything. Kanye's album dropped, listened to every song, loved it. Not every song's a hit, but there's a couple of songs that I really like. Those being Remote Control, Moon, Heaven and Hell, and also Jesus Lord or something. But that Moon song, man, I sing that nonstop all the time. Love that song. Especially the beginning. I wanna go to the moon. So nice. Don't want to get copyrighted because I sound just like him. There's going to be some detection or something on YouTube that goes, hey, you sound just like Kanye West. We're going to take all the money from your videos that you don't make because you don't have enough subscribers or watch time. And I'm going to go, bro, take all that money that I'm not going to get because it's not actually monetized and I can't actually even get any money from YouTube anyway. I'm just doing this for fun. So, dude, demonetize me, bro. I'm going to sing it anyway. I want to go to the moon. Don't leave so soon. So nice. Don't leave so soon. How can I get through? Also, Perfect Pitch Have an Ass. Perfect Pitch Have an Ass. That's me. Play that, pause this, and then fucking go play that song, and it'll be, I want to go to the moon. Literally perfect. Perfect Pitch Have an Ass. Hayden Smith right now. Demonetized, not having money from YouTube ass right now singing. That's me. Such a good song, dude. And I don't like Drake's album. Drake's album is booty. And you can't change my opinion on that either. You probably could. I'm very open-minded. I'm a very open-minded individual. But right now, as of right now, Hayden Smith, speaking to you live from his apartment, does not like Drake's new album. I'm not even a huge Drake fan, dude. I know you're going to hate me, dude. But there's a couple of songs I like. I like the home. Just hold on, we're going home. Going home. That's probably not in tune. Don't quote me on that one. Just hold on, we're going home. Going home. I don't know. That's a good song though. When I heard that for the first time, I was like, that's good. I like No Guidance with Chris Brown. He's got a couple of good songs. He's probably got a lot of good songs actually. But that's what's going on in the music industry right now. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. What kind of music do you guys like? Do you like Kanye West? Here's the thing. Do you like his music? I don't care if you like Kanye West. Do you like his stuff? You know? Because people, well, he said this and said that. I know he said that stuff. I don't know. I don't follow that stuff. I just follow the music, man. If you release music and it sounds good, I can almost look past anything. Almost, dude. I separate the artist from the music unless they do something horrific. Like if Bill Cosby dropped a diss track right now, I would probably not listen. Oh, I'd have to listen to it to see what it was about, but I probably wouldn't support, Bill Cosby's album. What would he have a diss track about? I don't even know. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that to your imagination about what his diss track would be about. What is he doing? He's like out of jail or something now? He's probably making a diss track, dude. Dude, 2021, such a crazy year. I would not be surprised if Bill Cosby freaking collabs with like Robitussin. I don't even know what Robitussin is, but it's probably some drug you can use to make somebody go to sleep or something. What's a Robitussin? Robitussin? Hey Siri, what's Robitussin? Let's see what she says. Antitussive? Antitussive. Agents that suppress cough. They act centrally on the medullary cough center. What the fuck is an antitussive? Bro, I'm not kidding. It says, it's like Robitus. Okay, there's probably some Latin, excuse me. So there's probably some Latin meaning for tuss? That means like anti-cough or something? No, anti-tussin. So that would mean tuss would mean, I don't know. Robitussin is some anti-cough medicine, and Bill Cosby and Robitussin are going to be making a diss track soon, releasing 2022, along with Joe Biden's new art gallery. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. Isn't it weird that it's September though? Isn't that crazy, man? Don't you remember when it was January 1st and everybody thought all this was going to be over? Here's the thing. 2019, December 31st, boom. 2020 hits. World War III. Everybody was like, what? World War III? This is crazy. It was trending on Twitter. I was like, that's insane. And then 2020 was not anybody's year. Stayed inside and learned a lot about ourselves. That's what it's all about, though. It's all about, internal discovery, internal conflictions, and contusions. What's a contusion? They say that in hospital movies all the time. He's got internal bleeding and contusion. Give me an HVAC stat. They always say the weirdest shit. Just tell me what the fuck you need. Give me the fucking buzzer thing that shocks their fucking heart, and also give me a fucking contusion. Give me a contusion. Hospital movies are good though. Mackenzie's been watching Chicago Med. I've seen maybe 2 seconds of it because I never have time to like watch shows. And if I do, they're probably something dumb. Or some cop videos on YouTube. But I swear there's always, and it's not just, it's called Chicago Med, bro, but I guarantee you there's some love story in there, man. There's always some, I'm the brain surgeon. This is my hospital. You get out of my hospital. And then there's like some moral gray area between like, should we save the patient or should we give the organs to the person who's been here for like 3 years? Or do we save the person and let the person who's been here for 3 years die? Oh no. They've got twin contusions on their pulmonary artery. Their valve is sinking. Beep, 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 beep. It's always the shot of the monitor, man. It's always the shot of the monitor. And here's what it is. Everybody's so used to the beep, beep, beep. Everybody's so used to that sound that like it's always in the background. Beep, beep, beep. And they're like just talking, well, I feel a lot better. I'm able to breathe a little bit better. And my legs are, I can wiggle my toes now. They always wiggle the toes too. Wiggle your toes for me. See if they're paralyzed or whatever. Wiggle your toes for me. But they always play that beep, beep, beep in the background. And then they'll do a shot of it, of the little like doot, 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 doot. And there's like a second of like a doot, doot. There's like a space and you're like, that's going to be the thing, right? It's going to be doot, doot, doot. But then it doesn't. And it's like doot, doot. And it's like, got your ass. Got your ass for assuming that they were going to die. They actually die in the second act due to heart complications, dude. They got contusions on their heart, dude. I would look up what a contusion is, but I really don't want to know now. I feel like I'd be really dumb to know what it is. I'm assuming it has something to do with like a cut or an internal cut. Concussions are fucked, aren't they? Your brain's just bouncing around like a freaking hamster in one of those balls. Like you kick the hamster ball and then the hamster jiggles around and that bruises your brain and stuff. Bro, your brain can get bruised. Your brain can bleed, man. The thing that makes you think has blood in it. That's pretty insane, actually. If you think about it like that, that's pretty insane. See where we're at time-wise. Oh, we're about to run out of time. Okay, see you guys in 2 seconds. Oh, I forgot to set the timer. My conclusion is that he died of contusions. Time of death. They always check their watch. Time of death, 2:14. He died of contusions on his teeth. Time of death, tooth, hurty. Come on, that was at least a little bit funny. Come on, 2:30. Oh, yeah. So I have my notes on the whiteboard to my right. That's what I was looking at. So I'm turning into a man, basically. You may ask, Hayden, you're 21. Haven't you been a man since you were 18? No. Well, no, hold up. I'm not transitioning or anything. I was born a boy, and now, I'm becoming a man from boyhood. And it's due to the fact that I have. So, okay, before I get into this, I was talking to a friend, and we were basically like, you know how when you grow up and you see your dad and they're like on the couch drinking beer, watching sports and eating food and also grilling and stuff, and you're like, dude, like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm going to, not be lazy and take naps and shit like that. I'm gonna actually do something. But as time goes on, man, that shit sounds better and better, man. Like, I don't know if it's just because I'm a lazy mofo or something, but sitting down, drinking a beer, eating a burger, watching baseball sounds like the best day ever. Labor Day, this is coming out on Labor Day. Do that. You probably don't have to work on Labor Day. If you do, that sucks. Just relax. Relax with your friends and watch Chicago Med with your girlfriend. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool, and the reason I'm saying I'm becoming a man is because I want to do that stuff more often, and I've really been getting into baseball. I played baseball when I was little. I was the worst baseball player on the team. I think we've talked about this before, but I don't know if we have, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a gist. Played baseball for 3 summers, age 12 to 15. Actually, no, that's a joke. Because Michael Jackson died in 2009, and that was my second year. So, I was 8, 9, 10, I guess. 8, 9, 10, dude? When did he die? There's no way he died in 2009. When did Michael Jackson die? Oh, shit. That was 2009. Holy I'm old as fuck, dude. I'm also trying to cut down on the curse words as well. So, I forgot about that until just now, so I apologize for the first half of the podcast, but here we are. And we don't regret anything. We regret things, but I'm not going to edit anything. I'm not going to do extra things. It's going to be okay. I was the worst at baseball, though. Imagine the worst baseball player that you know, and that you're picturing me. That's who you should picture, because I was always the last person to bat. Here's what happened. My team knew that I sucked. I hit 0. I maybe hit 2 balls in my entire 3-summer baseball career, man. If someone did stats on me, you would see mostly zeros. Not in a good way. Not like bank account zeros, but 0.0000. Sometimes zeros are good, sometimes zeros are bad. I had the bad zeros. And everybody on my team knew that I was booty. And it'd always be bottom of the 7th inning, because our games ended on the 7th inning for some reason because we were little. And there would be bases loaded, 2 outs, and I'm up to bat. And people would start packing their shit up and getting ready to go. Bro, if the people on base could have left the base and fucking packed their shit up, they would have done that. I'm pretty sure people in the stands saw Smith number 8 on the back of my shirt, on the bottom of the 7th, and we would be batting, and there would be 2 outs, and the base would be loading, and they would just leave. They'd be like, "All right, we know what's gonna happen now. Boom, he's done." And I'd strike out, swing and a miss, boom, maybe a ball in there, and the game would be over, and I would have to go back to my dugout and go, "Sorry guys, don't know why I'm here. Actually, I'm really bad, so sorry. Sorry, my green bat did not help me this time." Don't know. The ball went so fast, didn't it? Look, didn't it go fast? That guy must have been cheating. Check his mitt for pine tar, please. Check his mitt for pine tar. I'm pretty sure the RPM on that ball was more than 3,000. So, meanwhile, every other kid was so fucking good. So freaking good, man. Every kid on the team hit the ball, all the time. There was a dude named Vincent. Am I allowed to say his name? Don't know. I'm not going to drop names. His name was that of a famous person but he wasn't the famous person. Bro hit a home run while he was 9 years old, dude. And it was the coolest thing ever because he was on my team and we got a home run, man. He bombed that thing out of that park. It was literally out of the field. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, he did the thing that we all dream of doing. He did it though. It was so dope. I was so envious. I haven't played baseball since. So maybe I'd be good now. But here's the thing. I'm legally blind in my left eye, and I'm a right batter. So, like, I'm looking at the pitcher, but I have to turn my head even more. And my mom would always make the joke, because I could only really see out of my one eye. She would go, keep your eye on the ball, which is funny. But that is actually very difficult. My depth perception is way off. I see double vision most times. Because my left eye is like, hey, I'm going to look over here. My right eye is like, come on, man, let's focus in. My right eye is the person, my left eye, if you're doing a team project, what is that called? Is it a project? Like a group assignment. It's a group assignment. My left eye is the one who goes, hey, I'm not really going to do anything. But I'm still going to get a good grade. My right eye is like, fuck, I will do twice the work and also make sure we get a good grade. Fuck. But my right eye is also the guy who doesn't tell the teacher, hey, left eye didn't really do anything on this assignment, so you should get my bad grade. My right eye is like, hey, I understand, so we're good. I understand we have different dynamics of work ethic, so I will pick up the slack and you will have to do nothing and you will also get a good grade. Because that was me and that was Mackenzie in high school. But we would not be in the same group, and we would both be the people who do the extra work to get the things done. Even though I'm lazy, I still get the work done, and you should too. If you have anything you need to do, you should go and do that right now. Stop procrastinating. We'll do it after the podcast, actually. Don't leave the podcast to go do whatever you needed to do. Yeah. I'm so pissed I forgot to plug in the lava lamp. I keep thinking about that. I mean, I plugged it in. So I plugged it in. I just forgot to turn it on. That's what I should say. Next time, maybe I'll set it up and be ready to go. Mackenzie's at IKEA right now, though. She's getting us some cool furniture, hopefully. She said she only spent $66. So I'm assuming that means that she bought a lamp for something. I just don't know what else she'd buy. I don't know. It's going to be a surprise, though. I'm excited. And you should be excited, too, because it'll probably make this place look cooler. I did my hair for this podcast. I know you guys can't see it if you're listening to it, but I did it really well this time. I put mousse in it. I put mousse in it. It smells delicious. If you don't know what mousse is, I didn't know what it was either. I thought mousse was something that only people who really, really cared about their hair did, but I got my hair cut somewhere else, and she's like, what do you want to do with it? I was like, I don't know, just put it up. And then she grabs the mousse. Normally, they'd grab the pomade, but she grabs the mousse, and I'm like, what's that? She shook it, put a little dollop in her hand, and then runs it through my hair. Hair looked a little bit wet, and I was like, oh. It dried, and then you put a comb through it, and then it looks amazing. I mean, take a look at this. Here, I'll get closer so you guys can see. I mean, come on. It's a little bit long, and the back looks like a peacock. But if you look at, see, it's like almost okay. It's almost cool. Speaking of almost cool, Chaboy's been riding. No, I haven't been riding horses, if that's what you're wondering. Also, if I made it unclear last podcast, I do love horses. My heart has been growing for them, like the Grinch in that movie called The Grinch. How his heart grows and it breaks the little box thing. It's just a small fear of mine that I have that horses are going to actually murder me with their back feet, whenever they kick. But that happens so rarely, especially with the frequency that I'm around horses, which is basically never, but more than some. Oh, what was I just going to talk about? Horses? Oh, I've been writing. That's what I was going to say. I've been writing some stuff, some poems. I've been writing some poems, and I've also been writing some screen plays. And I feel really good. I think I'm just gonna keep working on it because it's all ass. But I have this idea, I have this dream that I want to be a writer guy. I want to be a dude who writes things and people read them and they go, "Holy shit, this is really good." So I mean, I do that already with the podcast, obviously, right? But if I could channel my brain, what I'm saying, into written word, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? But I almost think there's a certain amount of like magic in the attenuation of my voice. You know what I mean? I love writing because it allows the reader to imagine in their own eyes, through their own perspective, what's going on. But I also really enjoy controlling all of the narrative with my own voice. Like I could write a sentence that says, the monster walked through the door, or no, like the monster trudged through the doorway and broke the door frame. But if I was like, the monster treads through the doorway and broke the door frame, or something like this, the monster treads through the doorway and broke the door frame. Boom! Now you know that I don't care just because just because of how I made my voice sound. It's really cool because then if you don't have that, you have to say like he said, like lowly, or he said I don't know. He said it like softly and he said it plainly. Boom, without character. I think if I ever did write a book or something, I would definitely do the audiobook. But also, see, here's the thing. People who listen to audiobooks don't listen to my podcast. Probably. Because they're not here for intellectual thought. They're not here for, a story of any kind. They're here for my dumbass listing off things that I find to be funny throughout the week. And I come here and then I talk about them with you and I work things out mentally. I purposefully look at something and I say, that's weird. And I don't think about it. I write it down on my phone and don't think about it again until I get to the podcast. Because I don't want to ruin or spoil the thoughts that come and flow initially, if that makes sense. But I like writing, but sitting down and writing is the idea of sitting down and writing is super cool, but sitting down and actually writing, not as cool. You know what I mean? When I'm like, oh yes, I want to write, I'm thinking I'm in a log cabin in the middle of the woods, surrounded by trees. There's a mountain and also a cave and also a lake. And I'm sitting on the balcony looking at all of this beauty with a cigar in my mouth, even though I don't smoke, and smoking is bad for you and I will never smoke a cigar. With a fake cigar, with a lollipop in my mouth and also a white Russian, boom, in my right hand. And I have my typewriter ready. And I'm sitting down just as I'm about to write. Mackenzie goes, wouldn't you like to go for a walk around the park? Wouldn't you like to go down to the pond and maybe look at the fish? And I go, yes, that'd be so dope. Let's go. Let's go maybe in the cave, actually. Hayden. And I go, Mackenzie, stop with your British accent. It's so good, but you've been practicing for so long. She goes, okay, sorry. And then I go, well, actually, maybe if I had one as well, wouldn't that be swell? Let's take a jolly saunter down to the pond and go in the cave and then actually go cave dwelling and spelunking in the cave. And then after that, we can go mountain climbing, or as I like to say, hiking. What would they call that in Britain? Mountain spelunking. Mountain jaunting, sauntily jaunting up a mountain. Let me get my cave shoes on. Let me get me jimmies on. Me jimmies and my jimmies on. My jimmies and my helmet on. Oh, I forgot my flashlight. Forgot my flash. It's the middle of the day. I need my flashlight on my helmet. On my helmet. Pronounce your H's, dude. On my helmet. On your helmet. My helmet. Hayden. No, it's Hayden. Come here, Hayden. Okay. Let's go spelunking. And I go, but I have to go write. I have to go write this screenplay. Or are you going to have anything to write about if you don't go out in the world and do something? Huh? You don't go out in the world and you don't do something. If you sit inside all day and write all day, what are you going to do? What are you going to write about? And I go, you're so right. Let's go do something. And that's kind of like a weird, stupid way of explaining my process of writing. I have to go out and do stuff in order for me to write stuff. So I have a couple of really cool ideas that I've been kind of flowing in my head, trying to work out with Mackenzie, that we've been kind of mapping out. And once something sticks, I'm going to write it, and then I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to be a director. And then your boy will be in the movies, man. And people will go to me and they'll go, Hayden, we need a job. We need the money to do a movie. And I go, all right, I'll produce it and I'll give you the money. With that being said, I got to go. I got stuff to do and you got stuff to do too. So we're going to cut it right there on all spelunking in the caves and everything. And I hope you have a very good day, you scallywag. What is a scallywag, though? Google that and tell me, and then I'll like it in the comments below, okay? Or if you're on Spotify or Apple Music, you can't leave comments, so maybe just sit there with your thoughts. But have a good day either way. I love you, and even though you're slightly overweight, you have a great day. I'm going to get back to writing and doing homework, and you should get back to work as well. And I'll see you in a week from now, okay? Okay? All right. It's been a weird one. It's been a weird podcast, but I like it. Okay, bye.